So, hello everyone and welcome back to FTRL for round 5 of GT Championship. And for the Cygnus race we are at Kyoto, Yamagiwa. So we've got a bit of an evening, I think it's dusk this one is, or even dawn, I'm not entirely sure. But so got the lights on, so I think it might be dusk, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, wherever it is, it's a little bit dull. So an interesting first race. Got qualifying obviously first 6 minutes. Going out on the soft tyres as always. No fuel depletion or anything like that. So let's just go for it and see how you go. There's only 10 drivers at the moment. I know we're missing Finky, I think, and Lennon, and I think Sai is missing at the moment, blue flag. But I think he might be joining at some point, I'd expect. And we're missing one other, which I can't think of off the top of my head. But good opportunity for points. Very much so, good opportunity for points. SPY is going to be the first one who's going to take his for a lap. Time lap that is. So he gets turn 1 in the BMW. It's a circuit I'd say most people don't like. To say that it can be quite a difficult circuit. It's quite challenging in places, but more so in a Group 3 car. These Group 4 cars are much easier to control around here. Group 3 can get a bit sketchy at times around here. Definitely it can be quite difficult. Also, there's no tyre there or anything like that, so that makes it much easier. I think round here is usually tyre that makes it so much more difficult. Round here with the kind of long sweeping turns that was round here, it can be an absolute nightmare. But that's why throwing it into that chicane, you really do need to throw your car into some of these corners. That's just the way you need to drive the circuit. You can't really leave much out there. You need to just fling it into each corner and hope it sticks. And Group 4 cars, most times it will stick. Group 3 in our hand probably won't. Should come around now. This is the tricky final chicane, very tricky final chicane. Causes a lot of issues. Ross went a little bit wide, but possibly a bit quite perfect to be honest. He just took it off. SBY on the last corner, really throwing it in, but as I say, that's what you need to do. And he's going to come across light. It's going to be a 39, I'd imagine. It's going to be 39.192. Ross is 2 tenths off, Aaron a further 3 tenths back. Pagani pops himself up into P2. Lee is P5 at the moment. Rom pops himself up in a 39 flat, nearly into the 38. Fieber with a very good lap as well, P3, also in the BMW. So it's a BMW track, P2 and P3 at the moment. Mostly tracks will suit cars. Mikey 39.9 P8. We know it's done P2, Lee a little bit more you'd expect from Lee, P9. There we go, let's have a little look at Pagani, shall we? So Pagani and Aaron is the championship fight at the moment. Aaron's I think a point ahead. Just checked that out, I'm pretty sure Aaron's a point ahead of Pagani. Very tight, and they matched each other on the rival points as well. So very tight between them. I do quite like this setting again, I like that. Adds a bit of an extra dimension. And here, Pagani is going to come to the second sector split for the second time, and we shall see. He was a little bit down on his first lap, and he is now on a best lap, so he's made up over a 10th in that middle part of the lap. Tricky from it, and I remember seeing Pagani say that this is the problem. He loses all his time on his Ross. He's pushed it a little bit too hard, and then the Spy probably hit the one on the outside. Pagani wide for the last corner, go for the late apex. Will he improve? Let's have a little look. SVY sets a 38.9 and goes on provisional pole. Aaron 39.1 pops himself up to P3, but then Pagani beats him and goes up to P3 as well. Rom then beats SPY again and goes back up top. So chopping and changing as they're going to enter the last lap. Pagani and Aaron down to P3 and P4 at the moment. Rom and SPY doing the business. Mikey with a 39.5. Mikey's massively improving very, very quickly at the moment. 39.5, decent lap time. 1,000 of a second ahead of Lee. Let's keep an eye on Aaron, shall we? He's the championship leader at the moment. Can he get any better? He's been improving throughout. He started off a bit of a dodgy lap and then improved. That's not going to be what he needs though. He's for half a tenth down for the first part of the lap. Maybe not as good as well, I wouldn't say, taking as much through that part of the lap. Let's have a little look. Rom's going to be SPY, sorry, he's going to be coming round the split at the moment, and he's quite a way back down there, so he's not going to be improving. Aaron with a massive improvement for the middle sector. Pagani purple as well, so they're both purple in quali at the moment. Aaron and Pagani going for it. Pagani and Aaron both look like they got that tricky chicane all right. Aaron, oh, he's a bit wide, but he's going for the late apex, getting this switch around so he can get the power on early as he comes up towards the line. This could be provisional pole for at least a second before Pagani beats him. It's not going to be. He's not been a good last sector. Pagani with a 38.618, 3 times clear of Rom, and Rom is coming across the line. He's not improved enough either, and unsafe release, not with a very good lap there at the end either. And Mike, I don't think he's going to improve. He's not. He's going to be on 40 point something, 40.9. But there we go. Pagani with a last lap, 3 times clear of the field. That's a big margin, over 3 times to your nearest rival is to play a big chunk. He was just about on course for provisional pole through the middle sector, but he's took 3 temps out the field in the last sector alone. So that's a very scary prospect for the field. If a lot of them don't have much more pace in their car, but that Mustang of Pagani doing the business. Rom in P2, then SPY, Aaron down in P4, but there was time in his lap, as you've seen. He didn't have the best last sector. He went a little bit too wide in that last corner, I felt. Would probably cost him a position or 2, possibly. So Aaron has a bit more pace, I'd expect as well. Let's see, Pagani gets us underway for race 1. Bad start from Rom as usual, and that's allowed SPY and Aaron now up the inside of SPY, and he's going to have the inside line, so he's going to pop himself up into P2, and that helps massively for his championship hopes, as he's now got his main rival directly in front of him. SPY has to filter him behind. Rom has managed to just drop a few places down to P4. Fieber with a in P5 at the moment, and looking right at the back of Rom, as SPY is also having a little look at Aaron again. I don't think he's going to be able to manage anything there. Rom keeps ahead of Fieber and positive across. Lee's in P7, unsaved, kind of go down the inside of Lee. That's a ballsy move, and unsaved getting his elbows out a little bit as they go wheel to wheel between unsaved and Lee as they come round out towards this tricky chicane, and Lee's going to have that bit of slipstream and is going to win out in that battle. They all seem to get through there all right. Unsafe, a big wiggle in the middle, but all okay through the chicane there as they head down towards one of the, possibly the slowest corner on the track. Actually, it's definitely the slowest corner on the track. Rom's trying to go round the outside of the SPY, but SPY's got the inside, so I doubt he was going to have traction out the corner there to cause any issues. Fieber going nicely in P5 at the moment. Ross under pressure from Nicole, battle for P6. Nicole very close to him. Most difficult corner on the track. They all seem to negotiate it all right. Mike with a bad start down in P10, but he's going to try and come back at Nobby Norris. He's going for the outside line, and he's going to cut back, get a good exit, get the slipstream down into turn 1, which he does do. Wheel to wheel up front still between Lee Cole and Unsafe Release. Lee Cole and Unsafe Release still going side by side. Just Mikey's going to pop himself down the inside of Nobby Norris in the battle for P9. Just Mikey down the inside. I think he's going to win that out quite easily. He is indeed. Lee Cole holds off Unsafe Release as well in the battle for P7. Just ahead, it's still positive for us. He's lost a little bit of time over the back of Fieber, who's got Rom in front of him, and then it's SPY and the top 2, Pagani, and Aaron is now in the lead and has managed to get past Pagani. Oh, we're having a look at the back end of the field as they head towards turn 4. Turn 4 or turn 5, whatever turn it is, can't even remember. Too many S's in that first section to remember calling names, calling the numbers in. Aaron no leading, so thought he had a bit more pace than what he showed. He really do go for it around there. The cars look like they're on the very edge of what they can do. Pagani's got a good run at Aaron, but I don't know if he'll battle. I think he might just wait for the time being as he enters this slow corner. Getting down to under 50 miles an hour there just for a momentary second. SPY though, it's looking at the back of Pagani, so Pagani has to beware. He's got Rawman, Fever doing a very nice job in P5, showing a bit of pace here. A couple of cars getting all out of shape there. You can get very out of shape there, and some cars put in like a bit more of a different line, but yeah, it's difficult as Rome is tapped at the back of SPY, and we've all got away with it luckily. Fever picked up that half-set penalty in that tricky last chicane. SPY trying to break the toe as well. Pagani still on the back of Aaron, and he sets the fastest lap of the race, 39.985. Solid lap time that from Pagani. Aaron though leads still, and it's still Aguiar for the top 5. Ross is in P6. Unsafe has finally got the better of Lee Cole in P7. Mike's in P9, but he's got Nobby Norris following him closely still. And with Slipstream, he might be able to have a go down into the next chicane, first chicane of the lap. In front on the back as Lee Cole's having a look at unsafe release as well. He's going to have to go the long way round. I think unsafe. Well managed that quite easily. Well, indeed. Mike defends as well. Oh, as Lee Cole's off. But he's got up back on. He's only lost a place to unsafe. Well, he didn't. I think he was still in P8 there, so I think he's actually lost a place, but he's doing alright there, considering they went much worse. Top 5 are together. Ross is trying to bridge that gap and get back with the top 5. He's getting there slowly. Aaron going for a slightly wider line than Pagani, getting that better exit off the corner. Aaron going nicely at the moment on lap 3. Coming down to the tricky chicane. Aaron's went wide a bit, but he's got alright. A bit wide in the entry, but compromised his speed a little bit, hence why Pagani's literally right on his bumper now. It's a tricky corner. Right. Doesn't go well 2 times in a row really. Can't ace it twice. It's one of those corners that's very hit and miss. On that, you get it right next to the miles off. It's one of those turns that the team dreads, to be honest. When you come to Kyoto, it's an absolute nightmare of a corner. The wall is so close, and I think some people tend to underestimate how nasty it actually can be when you're racing around here. Much easier these people than free. There was already been a crash or two, I think, there. Pagani certainly different lines in the entry to that corner. Very long sweeping corners, particularly in the start of the lap. Those big sweeping corners. Going to turn 1 and then after the S's section, those big sweeping corners. It's a different kind of challenge around here. It's very flowing track. As if there's only one big kind of braking zone really. And that's the one they're coming up to here. But other than that, it's very flowing. You need to get a rhythm around here, you can end up making mistakes. And once you make a mistake around here, sometimes you can't kind of come in waves and you end up making quite a few. It's happened to me a few times before. Right in the curve. All of them going pretty wide. Oh, who's that in the background? That Ross it was, who went very wide. Like a couple of centimetres more wide there, and he was ending in the wall. Tricky chicane, but top 5 still together. Keeper's not able to win that penalty though, which is an issue. SUY 38.4, which is absolutely rapid and is quite a few times quicker than the quali fastest lap time, but he is obviously in Slipstream running at a very high pace at the moment. And Aaron having to keep an eye on the 2 behind him, who have kind of made a bit of a breakaway from Rom and Fever. Ross has not really ever managed to get back on terms of that leading group. Unsafe release is also in a bit of no man's land. I'm not sure Unsafe is a particular fan of this track. I'm sure he's one that really doesn't like this track much at all. Very much a hit and miss track, this one. I think Aaron quite likes this track, actually, if I remember correctly, but I know most people don't particularly like this track. It's one of those ones that not particularly much. But anyway, you've got to get on with it. There's going to be tracks you don't like in a calendar. Sadly, you've got 3 races to go on it tonight, so we'll have to learn to live with it for the next hour. Aaron, oh, dearie me. Oh, now that's the closest one of the top runners have come to having a bit of a race-ending collision there. Aaron once again a little bit out of shape on the curb, but that was close by Aaron. Taking too much of the curb on the outside and just nearly letting his car spin round on him. There is that break between P3 and P4. Big spreader behind as well. Unsafe is catching Ross. There's top 3 though. So a very interesting battle, and the battle for P4 as well. So they're starting to split up a little bit. Pagani's having to keep an eye on SBY here, as SBY might not like that Pagani's just kind of sitting waiting. It's tends to what Pagani does. He doesn't force a move until the end. He doesn't just kind of sits there and bides his time. SBY though having a little look here. Pagani going a tiny bit defensive on the rundown. Might allow the 2 behind to catch back up a little bit. Rom looking a bit better this lap. He's closed that gap a little bit. Can he get back on touch? If they keep fighting up front, you never know. We could end up with a 5 or 6 car battle for the lead here. It just depends how much battling happens. Aaron's still taking that slightly different line, that wide entry, getting that good run out of the corner. Pagani and SBY just keeping tabs at the moment, just sitting there quite comfortably, but Aaron's not struggling with the pressure. He's just keeping quite nicely in front, just far enough away that Pagani can't make a move. I'm not sure, I'm not particularly thinking Pagani's really interested in making a move anyway, but nonetheless he's doing a good job at the moment, Aaron. Once again there you see those slightly differing lines. First time flat out all the way around here, up the S's, up towards the hill, reach the top of the hill here, and then you start going down the hill now towards this next long left-hander. Aaron takes it very nicely. Pagani's having to watch for SBY, and SBY is getting a little bit aggressive there. I think that might be maybe a tad too aggressive, if I'm honest. No, Pagani's not giving this up, and I don't think Pagani should give it. I think that was a little bit too aggressive from SBY, and yeah, that's what happens. It was just a little bit too forceful, I think, that move. I'm not particularly sure that was on. Pagani kind of had the corner there, and SBY kind of tried to push in, and I think Pagani was having none of it there, and I think Pagani was well within his right for doing that, if I'm honest. That's allowed Aaron to get away slightly from Pagani, but I think Pagani will close that up quite quickly. I think SBY is going to have to do this the hard way. P3 now, I'm a little bit out of shapes on the curve, and so is Ross on the background. We've seen Ross do that a few times now, where he's a bit ballsy, to say the least, on that curve. You need to watch it because it can bite. But over halfway on the lap 8 for the leader Aaron. Pagani's got back up already, back to in slipstream range. Rom still got Fever behind him. Fever still not got rid of that penalty, and I'm not sure he's going to get rid of that penalty, if I'm honest. I'd say it's very flowing round here, and to get rid of penalties you need big braking zones, so there's not really any big braking zones that you can get rid of any penalties here, hence why Fever's just kind of sat with that penalty and not really got anyone to lose it as such. So very wide there, maybe it's towing the line, but very wide. Even. Aaron's got Pagani right back with him again now. Oh, Aaron's. I mean, that's usually the line they kind of tend to take from there. They do tend to go in a bit in the grass, but it's a little bit more than usual. See that from Aaron. We've got that. I do really love that livery that Aaron's got on. It's very, very nice. I do like that a lot. Very, very nice. And classic livery as well from Pagani, the shell livery. There's a lot of nice liveries, I must say. I do like the liveries. Oh, Rom! Oh, very wide and nearly touched the wall. When you touch that wall, it sends you back across the track. And a spin. 6.5 minutes. Just about to go. The head on a lap 9. And still as you work between the front. Well, actually the entire track. There's not been any moves. Very quiet race so far. Just kind of keeping tabs of each other. They've all kind of got into their kind of space, their kind of zone. Nothing's really happened. There's not been any big mistakes or things like that. A couple of dodgy moments, but they've all kind of negotiated the difficult parts quite straightforward at the moment. Standing right on the back, you know, pushing Aaron over the corner, down straight in the corner there, and then straight. Quite closely matched, but Pagani I feel does have the upper hand here on pace wise, especially wise. Closing that gap back up now, he's lost slipstream. Ross has lost quite a bit more time to the back of Fever, so I think Ross's races with keeping P6 from unseen, barring any issues up front. Really after that mistake he made is just being to P8. Mikey's got a lot of penalties. SD White picked up one as well. Picked up a second, so he had this White, so that's not going to help him one bit. As you've seen, Fever still not got rid of his. So, yeah, we'll see SBY getting rid of his. If I'm honest, we'll see. Put Bomb in a chance of getting P3. But decent race from Fever. He's kept up with the big guns. He's front four. We know are very, very quick. They tend to be the front four in most races, if we're honest. So, in fact, Fever's managed to keep up with them and give them a good old race. Bodes well for the next two races for Fever. Maybe Fever quite likes this track, honestly. The car, I like it. Well, so nice. He's doing a very good job, Fever. Got a lot of penalty to contend with, but definitely one of the best races I've seen from Fever in quite a while. Aaron still in the lead though. Who's that? Ross and unsafe. Ross has had another dodgy lap by the look of it, and unsafe now having a bit of a look at getting past Ross to head towards down to the next chicane. I don't think unsafe's quite close enough yet, so he sits in behind as they enter that chicane, popping over the curbs, cars bouncing over them. Coming to the slowest corner of the track now. The right-hander, unsafe, a little bit too far back to make a move just yet, but it's a little bit nicer through there as well. Unsafe getting a bit interested in trying to get past and moving up to P6, getting the best he can hope for, barring any issues up front now. Big old gap, unsafe went a bit wide there. The camera cut away, but so the sand, grass around. Unsafe, try and do a bit of a cut back, get a good exit here, and he has done. He's got a very good exit, but Ross is just that slightly a bit too far in front. Let's see what happens. Pagari's got past Aaron as well, so he's 6 temps in front. We'll see if Aaron can catch back up. Ross a little bit wide. Unsafe might get quite interested here. He's got a good run through turn 1, unsafe, and he's now going to have this slipstream down in towards the next long left-hander. Unsafe is right there. Ross, he might, what way is he going to go, inside or outside? Or is he going to do anything? He goes to the inside right at the last second. Dives down there inside and pushes Ross. And it's a little bit too ballsy from unsafe. Aaron's not let Pagani go as they get to the business end. They are going tight. I think they'll only have one more lap. Yeah, I think just actually that's close. 40 seconds. No, they're going to have two. Sorry, quite a few are going to have two here. Like front 5, possibly front 4, front 5. But yeah, maybe just the front 4. Let's see SBY, Rom, then Bieber. Still as you are. Ross in P6. He's got a penalty to contend with. Penalties down the back end through Lee and Mike. Oh, Pagani's went wide. Oh, dearie me. Bit of shape there. And they are going to have another 2 laps, Pagani and Aaron. So will SBY. So will SBY, so will Rom, so will Fieber. Ross won't. I think Ross will be the first to cross the line when the time runs out. But Pagani, lucky there, a little bit further out there, and he would have lost that lead. But Aaron's not letting him get away. I did find Pagani had the slight upper hand here in pace. They're going to have a shootout at the end in the last lap. Fieber's having a look at Rom. Rom goes defensive a little bit. We'll pass for Fieber. Ross is kept ahead of unsafe release, but it doesn't make much of a difference. He's got that penalty to contend with. Pagani though keeping in Aaron in check at the moment. Bounce over the curbs. Flinging it in as well. I don't think it's close enough. Yeah. To the front 2. And good for a different line there, like he does. Pagani half a second in front. So Pagani's to lose. He's far enough in front in a moment. Now going to have another lap. So I think the front 5 will have Pagani goes round a little bit more normally this time around. So they will all have another lap. The front 5 at least. There we go. As they all cross the line, I think Ross won't, and he has a penalty, so Ross is going to cross the line and he's going to be overtook by unsafe, but he's going to take P7. Lee takes P8, Mike is going to take P9, and Nobby Norris is going to take P10. As we jump now, Aaron's right behind and he's getting very racy behind Pagani. Pagani gives him room. They're going to go side by side as they enter the next left-hander. Pagani's got the inside. Aaron's going to have to go the long way round. I don't think he's going to be able to go the long way round. It's going to be tricky. He's going to switch back in. He's going to try again and see if he can get past this way. As he enters towards the next chicane, he's going to have Slipstream. He's going to try. He's trying to find a way down the inside, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Pagani holds him off into the next corner, into the chicane, as they bounce and pop over the curbs. Pagani does a very, very nice job over the curbs there, and he's got away slightly from Aaron. And I think that might be it, possibly, unless Aaron has an absolute mammoth last few corners. We'll do that slightly different line. Aaron getting the cut back slightly, trying to get that good exit, but it's not really happened. Pagani, if anything, even slightly further ahead now into the last few corners. Aaron had his chance. Pagani, though, has dealt with it excellently, and he's coming around now for the final time. And Pagani is going to take race 1 from Aaron in P2. SBY is going to take P3 even with that penalty. Rob is going to take P4, and Fieber is going to do a very good job to take P5. Very, very impressive field days. Had a good race, Fieber. So there we go. Pagani, Aaron, SBY, Rob, and Fieber. Then unsafe, Ross, Lee, Mike, and Nobby Norris is your top 10. Good evening, guy. So there we go for race 1. Pagani takes race 1, and that obviously with his advantage he got in for getting pole and having an extra point over 2 points, isn't it? For 5 points, isn't there? So there's 2 points for beating your rival on pole, which he did, and then he's got a point in there for beating his rival as extra. for beating him as well. So Pagani takes the upper hand in the championship now, definitely. It's looking very much like it's going to be a season-long battle though between those two. He's never won a championship in GT. So are you trying to annoy me by spelling my name wrong? I don't know if you know me now, but don't even do that just to annoy me, because if you have, then you have succeeded. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. A couple of minutes break, and then I think it's top 6 they get reversed here. So unsafe. It was very important from unsafe actually. He's finished P6 there, so unsafe is going to take pole in the next race. And then it'll be Bieber P2 and Rom P3, SY P4, Aaron P5 and Pagani P6. It does make it interesting when you get the 6 reverse 6. We'll need to get in my car so Aaron can do the custom grid. Definitely an interesting first race though, and Pagani did a good job there. He waited, bided his time, and then struck in the last few laps. Pardon me. So the 30-second one and go up, so just about ready for race 2. Different windows in GT, and I'm been commentating, so we'll see if that happens again. It tends to happen. I'm commentating on GT, so if that was to happen again, then we're not expecting Pagani to win this race, but we'll see. So there we go, Pagani starting P6 as expected. Unsafe release on pole from Bieber. Bieber controlled that kind of pace he's shown in that first race. Might go for a top 3 finish here in seconds. Start from P2. Both the same cars, so there's no difference in the start between the front two, and they get off very nicely. Aaron's car's lightning off the line as always, and he jumps all the way up to P3 from P5. He's going to go round the outside of SBY for the battle for P3, and I think SBY's slightly got the advantage at the moment, and Aaron's going to be forced wide slightly. And that's going to be bouncing off the track, and that's down to P6 he is now. So Aaron trying to go round the outside of SY, he's not worked out at all, and now he's having a bit of a tussle with Rom there, trying to push his way down the inside. It's going to be Rom and Aaron going side by side into the next corner. Rom's going to win out there, I think. Aaron's going to have to sit back for the time being in the slipstream. Unsafe release though, keeps the lead from Bieber. Needs to have been teammates a few times before, which are very well. So we see Fever though already getting the upper hand on him, and he's trying to have a look, see if he can get past Fever, dancing every which way, and he's going to go down into around the outside. SBY, he's having a look down the outside. SBY with a very audacious one, to say the least. But he kind of got away with it, to be fair. Fever battling Pagani now, and Fever wins out for P3. Bit manic into that slower corner. Fever's in the wall, but he's caught it. Unsafe release now, having to defend from SBY. The top six are the same top six as starting the top six, just in a completely different order, mind you. They're all over the shop now compared to... Oh, Nobby Norris is well wide. God, nearly hit into the side of Mikey there. Unsafe release though, leads into lap 2. SBY's right there with him though. And Pagani still trying to get past Fever. Fever doing a nice job defending. SBY still trying to find a way through. Unsafe. Fighting all the way down towards the next left-hander. And it's SBY's still trying, but he's not found it yet. Pagani has got past Fever though. Up at P3. SBY still not managed to find a way through as of yet. I think he's wanting to make a bit of a break here because he knows Pagani's not far behind at all. Unsafe, who's done a good job at the moment though, keeping away. Didn't really have the pace in the first race that kind of came to expect a wee bit sometimes from Unsafe. Much better this race so far. Behind. Pagani's not getting any closer at the moment. We're on P5 there. P6, Ross is in P7, and Lee's a little bit behind. Then there's Nobby Norris and Mikey who seem to be enjoying themselves. Mikey in particular doesn't seem to be particularly enjoying himself on this track. So he's had some good pace in recent weeks, but they enjoying themselves particularly much in the moment. Unsafe though, still in the lead. Almost wide. Pagani isn't getting any closer. If anything, he's actually dropped off a couple of times. What's happening with Pagani? He's not seeming to. So far, Fever right there with him. Pushing him around the corner. That was soon to be said for SBY and Unsafe, who seem to now be. SBY seems to possibly have changed tack, and instead of fighting, is now just went to pushing Unsafe and trying to make a bit of a break together instead of SBY trying to make a break on his own. He now seems to be interested in pushing Unsafe, which he's doing a slightly different tack. Unsafe and SBY have a completely different line from that chicane, and now SBY, I think, has realised that he's quite a bit quicker than Unsafe, and he's now going to go round the outside, down towards the inside now for the slow corner. Unsafe does a very wide line. He might do a bit of a cut back here, and he is going to do a cut back. SBY is going to make a bit of a meal of it, and now he's on the grass as well, which is going to allow very close to Pagani. SBY made an absolute meal of getting past Unsafe there, and instead he's now lost touch a little bit. Who was that in the background? I think it might be Ross again, who saw someone go very wide in the curve again there. Unsafe release now has a teeny bit of braving space now. The top 7 are kind of still in touch mainly. Oh, Lee's all over the shot in the background. Another person that really doesn't seem to be gelling particularly well with this track at the moment. Unsafe though. Doing much better than they did in race 2. Race 1, sorry. Naren now trying to get past Fever. Go wheel to wheel. Oh, to get very, very close together there. Oh, Rob, Jesus Christ. Don't know what happened there, but Rob just very aggressively had to try and control his car there a bit. Aaron though wins out against Fever. Rob's still going in a straight line, which is always good. Unsafe release though is keeping that pace up, and it's now 1.2 seconds he's got, so he's doing a decent job here. Doesn't seem to be particularly quick over those chicanes though. He seems to lose time with the chicane. He doesn't seem to be as aggressive, I wouldn't say, and I think that's where he seems to be losing all his time, because SCY getting a good 3-4 attempts there alone in that corner, and it wasn't unsafe, seemingly made any major mistakes. I think he just, his line, I don't know if it's just what he feels more comfortable with, but it doesn't seem to be as quick as the guys behind him. It doesn't be much quicker. SBY though has a 2-second penalty. How he's picked that up, I don't know. I don't know if it was, I'm not entirely sure where he's picked that up. But that is going to be a nightmare, and that will probably mean he will not win this race. So there's literally nowhere to get rid of penalties here. So yeah, that's probably going to have screwed his race completely. SBY there, and I highly doubt he's going to be able to get a 2-second gap. And very, very similar on pace. Unsafe now has come quite quickly back to the pack there. I just don't think he's quite got the pace. Unsafe to be up here. He's done well to keep this up so far, but the guys behind are just that much quicker at the moment on this track. He's still going to have to defend for his life here if he wants to get a really, really good result. I've seen Unsafe very good at defending before. This is a very difficult task yet. Aaron needs to get back on terms though with Rob. He needs to close that gap up after getting past Fiber. SBY switching sides, trying to get round the outside of Unsafe. Unsafe is doing an incredible job at the moment of defending, but I think SBY might just have it this time. And at the slowest corner, SBY has it at the moment. He's going to go all the way around the outside again though, and Unsafe keeps it at the moment. How he's still there, I don't know. SBY though, once again, is now getting interested as they enter this chicane. All on the grass there. Oh, really flooring it through there. Unsafe though, still keeping it nicely on the track at the moment. He'll be sweating, I'm sure, under that cockpit with 6 behind him in the space of 2.5 seconds, so very, very tight. And SBY now is going to try and go round the outside, and he's going to have to come back down towards the track and get a good exit onto this S's section, and he has got a relatively good exit. And now Unsafe is going to have to try and defend again. SBY though has caught him a wee bit too quickly. Now Pagani's there as well. Unsafe is going to have to try and defend again. If SBY is going to maybe try and dash it down the inside, he's not quite wanting to make the move yet. He's right on the curb, SBY. Unsafe still doing quite a good job here. And the more this happens, I think the more SBY is going to get frustrated that he can't get past, because Pagani's right there now as well, and Aaron's caught up to the back of Rob. Unsafe somehow. It's a much, much slower pace this race. There's so much more battling, so I think we'll not get that extra lap that we got last time. As Pagani down the inside of SBY, throws it down the inside and gets the move done. Pagani up into P2. Now can he get past Unsafe? Good race this is, battling all the way. SBY has got another second penalty and he's still trying to get past. He needs to calm himself down here as he's going to get too many penalties as Aaron tries to pop himself past Rom. Rom's going to have the outside line though, and he's going to have the best run. And Ross is also looking to get past Bieber. We'll stick on over Aaron though and see if he can get past Rom down the straight. It's quite close enough. Ross might think about a possible move on Bieber, but not yet. Better of it. SBY's got back past Pagani though, and Pagani's now on the grass. It's very, very hectic between these two, and Pagani flashes his headlights. It's getting a little bit out of hand between these two. They're battling tooth and nail, and Rob is wondering what all the fuss is at the moment ahead of him. He's just kind of watching this battle, and it might actually be one of the best places to be at the moment. It's P3, P4, sorry. Just sitting watching this. because something tells me this might not end well between the front three. Just have that feeling that this is going to end in a crash and tears. Unsafe once again though. He's just not got the pace around the chicanes, and SBY's just walked round them, round the outside. And there we go. SBY very straightforwardly. It's just not going well for Unsafe with those chicanes, and so much quicker SBY through there. And that's him up to P1 now. Purple. Well, good measure. Unsafe though, can he think about coming back? Aaron once again as well though, is trying to still trying to get past Rom. He's got a bit of a penalty, Aaron, but Rom's just picked up a second there for that chicane. Aaron's much better position this time, and he's going to go down the inside, and he's going to have the inside line as well. I think Aaron might have this just about done here. He's now going wheel to wheel. Aaron's got the inside line. Rom is going to try and hold it round the outside. Rom is went a bit wide though. He's got too wide, Rom, I think, here. But he is going to have that bitter exit. Aaron's got it at the moment. SBY and Unsafe and Pagani are going at it as well up front. SBY is still in the lead. Unsafe trying to get past as well. And Pagani also trying to get past Unsafe. Pagani goes wheel to wheel with Unsafe. Pagani down the inside. Unsafe is going to try and hold it round the outside. Pagani's nearly touching SBY round the corner as well. They're on the curb. Pagani switches and ends up having to nearly go off the track. Unsafe both switch position now. Unsafe is now on the inside for the next part. I think Pagani might just have this though, and then Unsafe is going to try and hold it down the inside. Pagani forces his way through. Pagani up to P2. Aaron keeps P4. He has managed to keep that place though. Got past through turn 1, but then Rom's in a good place to come back at. He's managed to keep hold of it. A lot of action in this race, much more action in this race than the last race. SBY though with a mammoth 3.9 second of penalties. P2, P3 don't have any. Aaron's got 4 temps. Rom's got 9 temps. FIBA not picked up any this race. Ross has got a second. So FIBA's managed to hold off Ross. Lee's miles off, 7.5 seconds now, so he's always had some issues. I think Mikey is also still having some issues. He's in the 40s. Everyone else up front's in the 30s and 39s. That's so eventful in this race compared to the last. And Pagani is sealing his sign of disapproval there. A bit of a swerving on the straight. He's not impressed with SBY by the look of it. Aaron with a very straightforward move. Past Unsafe up into P3. So Unsafe now beginning to drop down the order. Can Aaron keep hold of P3? He's not going to get any slipstream, and Unsafe is going to have a bit of slip. So he might think about going down the inside. But I don't think it's in Unsafe's best interest. I think Aaron's going to get past eventually anyway. So Unsafe might be better just keeping in that slipstream for as long as possible. This could get racy, I can tell you. As much as there's a 3.9 second penalty for SBY here, this could get racy. I can tell you that right now between these top two. At the moment, Pagani's in much the best position here. No penalties. So could be winning both race 1 and race 2. Certainly not going to get that extra lap we got last time, as the pace is quite a bit slower here. Though you never know. Still in just about in the 38 most of the time, but I'm not sure with this pace, and especially we might have some more battles here. But 1 or 2 of them might get it, but no one, 5 of them would not get it, which means not for the first race. We shall see what happens. That it's going to be 5 minutes, which is 1 minute 40 a lap, so it's 3 minutes 20. It's bang on at the moment, so a couple of them might actually get it. Might get down to P4 at the moment, but depends how many battling it's going to be through here. So a couple of them might actually end up getting it though, even though there's been that much battling. They've managed to keep up a reasonable pace. Not as quick as race 1, however, but may still get it. Aaron will do a job to catch back up to them. On P5, Fever, P6, not much of it last time, so Fever's having a little bit delays to pick up at P5 at the moment. See if we can catch up to the back of Unsafe, get back into our rhythm. Oh, SPY! Aaron's going to have a bit of slipstream off Pagani now, so done a good job bridging that gap. Now, at the moment, there's going to be 3 minutes 22. So yeah, at the moment, I'm in front 4. Oh Jesus, Aaron's went very wide. He's missed his brake point in a wee bit there, Aaron. Really flat though. Yeah, the front 4 I think we'll get another lap here. So we'll have 2 more laps after they complete this lap. Whether Rob and Fever get it, I'm not sure at the moment. Quiet down a little bit now after that bit of chaos that we had earlier. SPY still in the lead, but he's definitely not in the lead in terms of when this race finishes and penalties are included. Penalties, a large chunk of penalties he's got there, especially when you consider that guaranteed not having like 4 attempts on the safe skin now. Pushing it a little bit too hard, SPY. Down to the tricky chicane now. Oh, unsafe in the background this time, it's going very wide. Losses went very wide, too wide. Has a knack of doing that at the moment, so I'm going to see who's going to get this all lap now. To come across the line is going to be there is a chance actually that Roman Fever might get it as well. There might be 6 getting it again. Actually, it was 5 last time actually. Chance actually. It's amazing considering the amount of battling has gone on that they've managed to actually keep up roughly the same pace as the last race. Pagani having a look at getting past Pagani. Pagani having a look at getting past SPY even. And SPY has went too wide there. Pagani has got the move I think here. Pagani up to P1. And Aaron gets through as well. SPY's letting him go, I think. He knows he's not in this battle. And Aaron's picked up a penalty though. So it looks like Pagani is going to have this. And SPY is getting rid of his bits of his penalty. And he's a little bit unsafe through as well now. So he's getting rid of that penalty. It's going to drop him all the way down to P6, maybe even P7. No, P6. So Pagani is going to cross the line, and they're going to get another lap again. Well, Fever getting another lap is the question. They do. Rom's not, I don't think has Rom realised he's got another lap to do. I think he now has realised he's got another lap to do. Yeah, I don't think he realised there is a bit of a delay. As I've mentioned a few times, there's a bit of a second or 2 delay after it goes to 0 that actually counts. Pagani and Aaron are going to go wheel to wheel here, but Aaron has a 1.4 second penalty, so Pagani is going to win this race unless he crashes. So I hope he doesn't. He's going to be taking race 1 and race 2, which is a very big jump in terms of the championship. the battle between him and Aaron. There's a point ahead Aaron at the start of tonight. Pagani is at least 5, 6, 7 points ahead now, something like that. So we've got the reverse grid to go as well still. Yeah. Fever might have felt that pressure from Rom on this lap had Rom actually realised that it was going to be another lap. But SPY took P6, Ross took P7, Lee took P8, Mike took P9 and Novi Norris is P10 and Pagani is going to take P1 and he's going to win both races, race 1 and race 2. Unsafe is going to win. He's going to take P3 and Fever is going to take P4. Another excellent result for Fever, P5 and P4 so far tonight. Very nicely done. And Rom, after not realising he had another lap to go, will take P5. So there we go. Double victory at the moment for Pagani. Can he get all three? One more race to go this evening and it's the full reverse grid this time, so Novi Norris will be starting on pole from Mikey and Pagani will be starting at the back for race 3, so much more challenging in terms of getting through the pack. They do usually tend to get back through the pack, most of them, but it does add an extra dimension to it and it can throw up a little bit more interesting results in terms of the podium times as well. So usually, usually the most interesting race of the evening is usually the reverse grid. Definitely a little bit more feisty, I think it's fair to say that, second race than the first race, that's for sure. Shouldn't be long until we start, and only about a minute or two, so we should be finished by past. Here we go. First grid. So it's going to be Novi Norris starting on pole, as I said. Pagani will be starting right at the very back for the third and final race of the evening. Can Pagani get 3 out of 3 for the evening? It'll be a tough ask on the back, especially when you get SPY, who you know is very quick around here, starting up in P5. Here we go. Novi Norris will lead us away. Chance for these guys to racing at the front. Now here we go for the final race. Novi Norris and Mike get a very even start. Ross is P3, SPY jumps Lee up to P4. SPY's got a good start. Fever trying to go round the outside of unsafe release there. Unsafe Release trying to get past him. Right? Unsafe Release got him up to P6. With from Unsafe Release. And Lee is still fighting with SBY, and SBY is going to end up nearly on the wall. And he's going to lose out to Lee Cole. And also Unsafe Release and Aaron at the same time. So it's not went well. And Pagani's going to go all the way around the outside. Trying to go round the outside of 3 drivers, and he's very nearly ended up spinning out there. He got very, very lucky there. He has got past Bieber in that SCY, sadly down to P7, so it's not went well for him. Ross is leading though in P1, Mike's down to P4. Mike's made a mistake somewhere. Ross leads though, and this is a chance for Ross maybe to get away here, as it's going to be Lee Cole now in P2. He gets past Nobby Noise down the inside, very tight in the background. There's just 4 wide, and there's Nobby Noise going wide. Also, I think SBY going wide as well. It's down to P9. It's 3 wide between Rom, Unsafe and Pagani. Pagani wins out and gets up to P6. So good move from Pagani, but he's now on the grass. And I think that's Unsafe Release now. He's going to go round the outside back ahead of Pagani. And Aaron tries to go round the outside of Nobby Norris and gets up into P4. As Pagani is up into P6 still. So he's kept that place ahead of Unsafe. And he's now got Nobby Norris directly in front of him. Ross though has got 1.4 second advantage to Lee in P2. Mike's still in P3, but he's went very wide, and Aaron's up into P3. Mike's went very, very wide as well, as who was in the background? Nobby Norris has went very, very wide. That was the person I saw went extremely wide in the background. So Mike's dropped down to P4. Aaron moves himself up to P3 very quickly. And Pagani is in P5. He's got Mike directly in front of him as well. Lee Cole's not let Ross get any further in front. He's only 1.3 seconds, so he's kept him at that gap at the moment. Oh, Nobby Norris again in the wall, and then very out of shape as well. I think it's fair to say. Rosso up to 1.5 seconds. EMP2. Aaron. This is important for Aaron. He needs to beat Pagani in this race to limit the damage tonight's had on his championship hopes. Pagani has got Mike to try and get past though. Between him and Aaron. Done a decent job so far, Mike. P4. Lee keeping hold. Ahead of Aaron as well. Pagani down the inside of Mike. Mike gives him a lot of room there. Doesn't really want to get involved, as Aaron also is now going to get past Lee. These two have had a hell of a lot of battles over the years, and they always end up battling each other. And now Aaron's going to try and find a way through. They're going to go side by side through turn 1, and on the exit they're still side by side just about. Aaron filters behind and he's got a slipstream now as they head down towards the next left-hander. Really important Aaron gets past quickly here, and Lee, as many people know, is an absolute nightmare to get past. And Lee gives Aaron a little bit of room on the inside, just enough to get his car through, and Lee holds out. And Aaron will be dreading this next few laps, as he's going to have to try and get past Lee, who, as I said, is an absolute nightmare to get past. But he's went very wide. Oh, he's all over, and that's not going to help Aaron. And that's forced Aaron off into P4. And he's also, SPY's also went round the outside of Aaron as well. Nothing Aaron really could have done there. Lee got that chicane all wrong. And that's caused Aaron all the way to go down to P5. Pagani though is saying thank you very much, as he's up to P2, and he now can try and get after Ross and to get all 3 victories for week 5. As Lee picks up a second penalty, Aaron tries to come back at SBY. We'll see if Aaron can do that. Not in this lap, I don't think. Mike's down in P6 now. Unsafe Releases P7, Rom's P8, Bieber's P9, Nobby Norris. So a lot of them have got through. 3 of them of the top 6 of the last few races have got through, but unsafe Rom and Fiber have struggled to get through, and all over this. What on earth is happened to Mike? Jesus Christ, Mike. Bloody hell. I mean, I'm surprised he's only crashed there, because suddenly he was weaving and struggling to control the car about 500 metres before that. Oh, Ross is off! Oh my God almighty! Oh, that's not going to help, and that gap has diminished all the way down to literally nothing now for Ross. He's pushing too much, trying to get a gap. It's all went wrong for Ross there. He's still in the lead though, just about. And Roman P6, unsafe in P7, Fibers P8, Nobby Noise P9. Sadly for Mike, after an alright start, it's massively downhill after that accident there. That's cost him a good result here. Always scares me when the cars come into that corner, how aggressive they all go. Aaron once again is going to try and go round the outside of SBY. He's a bit closer this time, and SBY is on the grass slightly, so Aaron's going to get a run on him. This is as close as Aaron's been so far. Is he quite close enough though? Not quite yet. SEY still has the upper hand at the moment. Aaron is right there in front of him. Behind him even. And he's literally nearly pushing him around the corner. He's trying to find a way through the S's, which is near enough impossible to get past on. As Pagani is trying to go round the outside of Positive Ross as well. Aaron down the inside of SBY. SBY is going to try and hold it round the outside. They're going to go wheel to wheel, as Pagani and Ross are also going wheel to wheel. Ross is held out at the moment. SBY and Aaron are still going wheel to wheel. Aaron can't find a way through yet. What's happening up front? Oh, Ross is all over the shot. He's going to crash into the car. Oh, he's ghosted. Oh my God. Thank the heavens. What happened to Pagani? What happened to Pagani? Did Pagani just get spooked for that or something? Did Pagani go off? Pagani's down a P6. Whatever happened there with Ross, I don't know if it's spooked Pagani or Pagani's went off in the drama that unfolded afterwards. I'm not sure. Pagani's down in P6 now. And it's now Lee who's in the lead. And Unsafe and SBY are going wheel to wheel. So SBY's also lost it a little bit in the background. Fiber's going very wide, but he's managed to keep it on. More drama here, and it's now Lee that's leading. He has a penalty though. Aaron though is in P2. He's got a penalty as well. Second penalty. Rom's in P3. So after Rom wasn't really getting through the pack, all of a sudden after all that drama that happened with Ross going off, and then drama that folded afterwards, you know, I'm not entirely sure what folded afterwards, Rom has ended up in P3. So there we go. And the two in front of him both have penalties as well. So Rom in a good position. There's SY, then Unsafe. Pagani has got an uphill mountain if he wants to win this race. He's going to have a massive challenge on his hands, and he needs to get his head down and come back. But if anyone can come back from this kind of position, it's Pagani. So at least 4.7 seconds off the lead of the race, which is unsafe, which is Lee Cole, sorry. And Aaron just behind him, who both have penalties though. And as I've said, these two, when they battle, it gets interesting, because Lee is very, annoying for Aaron, very, very good at defending, which tends to annoy Aaron quite considerably, how good he is at defending. And I've had many a battle that's just lasted an awful lot longer than you would probably expect a battle to have lasted, considering quite a lot of the time Aaron's quite a bit quicker and he can't get past. Lee is like a bus when it comes to GT. Aaron trying to find a way through. He's going to hold him up. Pagani, as much as he's 4.5 seconds, don't count him out yet. Still 10 minutes to go. Lee's a little bit wide there, but Aaron is not close enough. He's in the slipstream though. The pace is quite a bit slower than the previous races. It's yeah, a good 3-4 seconds off already. We're looking at lap time, so And Aaron is just about got in front for a momentary second. Now he's back in Lee. They're going to go side by side up the hill. Aaron and Lee. Lee wins out. And then Rom is going to have a little bit of a look at Aaron. Aaron goes a wee bit defensive there. Aaron back down the inside of Lee. Lee is going to give him the room. They're going to go side by side. SPY is going to round the outside of Rom as well. Aaron's going to win out here. Aaron takes the lead for race 3. Lee has to give up the place, but he's thinking about trying to come back at him, but I don't think he's quite got the pace here. And Aaron holds out from Lee. SPY gets past Rom into P4. Unsafe release P5. Pagani's gained over a second on the leaders so far, and he's coming towards Unsafe. But Aaron now, oh SPY, that's just, I'm sorry, but that's just ridiculous. That's just, what? I mean, there's audacious and it's just stupid, and that was just stupid. Far too aggressive down the inside there. This will shove me away. Unsafe though. P3 now. Until Mom having a good race here. SPY right on the back of Unsafe. And goes down the inside. They're going to go wheel to wheel. SPY is just about going to have this, I think. And he is indeed. SPY P3. Unsafe P4. There's Lee P5. Pagani's in P6. He's lost a little bit of time though to Aaron, and Aaron's off, I think. So I think Aaron is in a very good place to take race 3 here. It's kind of where Pagani can get back to after that contact. Is SPY and Unsafe still going at it. They go wheel to wheel. Unsafe on the outside. SPY. For the next corner, Unsafe is going to have the inside line. SPY is going to have to go a long way round. It's going to be Unsafe who takes P3 for the moment. SPY though is going to try and go round the outside, but it's going to come down now towards the slowest corner on the track again. SPY is going to have P3 at the moment. It looks like Wesley thinks about a move down the inside. No, thinks better of it. Pagani's there in the background already. So Pagani's going to be entering this battle as well. It's going to become a 4-car battle. Aaron's got Rom to contend with though. Aaron's got a penalty as well, so Rom is going to have the upper hand at the moment. I realised Rom was so close to Aaron, if I'm honest. I thought Aaron had kind of made a break, but seemingly Rom managed to stay with him quite easily at the moment, and the pace has increased massively since they've got out of that battle, and then it's back into the 38s again, so the pace is lifted quite considerably, and before long I think P3 are going to become well detached to keep battling from the leaders. Unsafe might think about a move on SPY here again. He's closing. He's going to be down the inside. Unsafe possibly here. No, he doesn't. He thinks better of it. Lee goes very wide in the background. Aaron still has the lead at the moment, but Rom is right there in the slipstream, less than a tenth away. Through the chicanes they go. In the background, that's SPY on the curbs. It's 3 wide near enough. Battle between Unsafe, SPY and Lee Cole. Pagani's going to be right there now with him. So Pagani now joins the battle. Still a 4-car battle for P3. Aaron still leads from Rom up front. It could even become a 5-car battle if Fieber can get on the terms as well. Aaron though is going to lead into lap 10. Rom right behind him though. You can see how much slower this has been. They'd already crossed the line in the last race for the next lap. So they will, at the moment as it stands, no one will be getting that extra lap. It just shows you how much the battling has cost them this race. It's still SPY and Unsafe battle. Unsafe And P3, SBY now P4. Pagani has made his way up to P5 and is off. And the more these two battle, the more likely it is that Pagani's going to get past very shortly. These two are battling like tooth and nail at the moment, and Pagani is going to have a run on them. Pagani's going to have a run on Unsafe at the background as well, as they're going to go wheel to wheel once again, SBY and Unsafe. And this is going to invite even more pressure from Pagani, as who gets a bit out of shape in the background. They're going to go wheel to wheel possibly for this chicane, but SBY thinks better of it. They're going to all slide into it. Out front, Aaron still has the upper hand on Rom. Rom obviously doesn't have that penalty. Pagani thinking about a move round the outside of SBY. He's going to cut back. Same with SBY, cutbacks on Unsafe. And SBY goes wheel to wheel with Unsafe. Pagani's just there in the background as well. They're going to go wheel to wheel between these three. SBY has the upper hand at the moment. Pagani though gets P4 at the moment round the outside. So Pagani making his way. He's only 3.2 off the lead here. Don't count Pagani out. If he gets this run on SBY here and gets this move done, you never know for Pagani. Though Rom has led from Aaron now. Aaron's made a mess of our corner there, unless there's been some contact. Pagani's going to go down the inside of SBY. He's going to have P3 by the look of it here, unless SBY can hold it all the way around the outside. It doesn't look it. Pagani with up to P3 as championship rivals directly in front of him. Can Aaron come back it? Rom no as well. Aaron's got rid of some of that penalty. That might have been a tactical slowdown from Aaron, possibly. And Pagani is all the way down to 2.6 now, but he's possibly going to have SBY still going at him. He might just hold out though. This is really important. He can't afford SBY going round the outside of him. Pagani sticking to the outside perfectly and holding off the battle from SBY behind. Aaron's still trying to get rid of the penalties, tactically getting rid of it so he can keep within slipstream range of Rom. This is tactical from Aaron. He's trying to do this the right way so he doesn't lose P1. Pagani's just there as well. They're only going to have another lap to go after this, I think. It's all going to come down to the last lap again. Pagani, can he get anywhere near close to this battle for the front two? It is an absolute monster last lap. Pagani. It might just be a two-car battle. SBY and Unsafe is stop battling for the moment. Leak call. Oh, who's that? That's SBY, and that's going to allow Unsafe a chance, possibly. He's held it at the moment. Fieber's joined this battle as well, as Rom leads from Aaron. Pagani's there as well in P3, but he's 2 seconds behind. This could get racing though between Aaron and Rom as Aaron peels to the outside. He needs to get rid of 2 attempts. He's getting rid of it now. He's got rid of the penalty. And he's allowed Rom to try and go deep as if he was racing Aaron, but Aaron has already backed off, which is tactical from Aaron as well. He's playing this very nicely, Aaron, at the moment. And he's getting very close to Rom already here. If Aaron wins this race, he's done this incredibly well in these last few laps to find a way to manage to get rid of that penalty and still stay with the slipstream of Rom. He's going to try and go round the outside. Rom is going to go deep round the inside. Aaron's going to try and cut back round the outside. Rom cuts him off though. Aaron's in the slipstream though as they come down towards the chicane. Pagani still in P3 from SY and P4. Rom still holding off. Aaron's got rid of all of his penalty now. Is it going to be enough though? I think Rom has got this in the bag. As he comes round, he's got a few corners to go. I don't think they're going to have another lap. Didn't check on the last lap, you never know. We'll see. Not long. I don't think so. I think this will be the last lap for them all. And Rom looks like he has it. Pagani, he's got back up to P3. Aaron pushing too much on the grass, and Rom coming round now. I think for how long it takes, I think this is going to be it for Rom. He's going to take the win of race 3 as he comes across the line in a few seconds time. The time runs out and it's going to be Rom who takes the race win. Aaron takes P2, Pagani recovers to P3, SY takes P4, Unsafe P5, Lee P6, Fever takes P7. Ross will probably be quite disappointed having to take P8 and he's entered the pit lane. Mike's going to take P9, and Nobby Norris is going to take P10. So there we go. Rom takes race 3, Pagani takes race 1 and race 2. Very entertaining the last 2 races, it must be said. Well, not without the controversies, that's for sure. But there we go. That rounds out the action for this evening for the 3 races. So Pagani, as I said, took race 1 and race 2, and Rom takes the victory in race 3. So Pagani has the upper hand in the championship going into week 6, which is taking place at Maggiore. So very nice indeed, Maggiore. Well, I'll enjoy that one a lot. It's a lovely track. And then we've got some really good tracks coming up. And then at GT, we've got Maggiore, then Dragon Trail Seaside and Spa, which has got 2 wet races. Definitely some interesting races to come. But thank you very much for joining me once again, and I'll be back next week and hopefully you'll join me again.